And let's go to the Pretoria Commercial Court, where the former executive mayor of the city of Tshwane, Makwarela, is set to make an application to have some of his bail conditions relaxed. And we understand that our reporter is following that case. Let's quickly go there. Are we dipping in live into the proceedings that are currently underway? We understand that Ofentse Setimo is standing by. Ofentse, good morning and thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about the proceedings. We saw a bit earlier on that there was a short adjournment. Has the court made a decision as yet on that application that has been brought by Makwarela?
Thank you very much, Alden, and a good morning to your viewers. Well, I can tell you that Dr. Murunwa Makwarela, from today onwards, is actually allowed to actually roam the streets of the nation beyond the borders of Gauteng, as he was granted a permission to say that in as much as he can travel beyond the borders of Gauteng, he needs to alert the investigating officers in his case that he will actually be leaving. Initially, he was supposed to inform his investigating officer in writing, of which he raised issue to that, saying that sometimes it's really difficult to get a hold of the investigating officer, as you know that they are inundated with other matters that they are investigating. So the court has granted him permission to say that should he want to leave, maybe for Limpopo where he's got relatives, or Mpumalanga where he's got relatives, he's supposed to actually call and inform the investigating officer, as opposed to him actually informing him in writing 48 hours before his departure. So that's something that he was delighted with, as he was outside here actually telling us that he's even lighter on his feet and he will actually be visiting his relatives in Limpopo. So that's one thing that actually transpired in court. The other issue was the issue of the state witness, that is Liesl Lobsha, who's actually the curator in his sequestration. He had sought to try and continue contacting Liesl, who's actually the state witness, but eventually when the state actually presented an affidavit from Liesl herself, that's when the lawyer for Makwarela actually ditched his application to try and gain access to Liesl Lobsha, who was his curator during his sequestration. So those are the two developments that actually transpired here in court, where he's actually allowed to travel South Africa, as he felt that he needs to travel in order to fulfill his church responsibilities, as we know that he's a senior church leader, and the fact that he is a doctor in water engineering. He was saying that he also wants to make revenue in order to pay for his legal bills, of which the court actually granted him, saying that no, they wouldn't want a delay where he wouldn't have any a brief for his lawyers or any finances to finance this particular matter.
And Ofentse, just a quick reminder as well, how far are we in this case? This is now speaking about the trial itself.
Well, the trial itself has not really got off very far. As you know, that there has been some applications that have been made within the trial itself, actually, hampering the progress of the particular trial to actually progress. As you saw today, we were not dealing with the merits of the fraud and perjury case that has been leveled against Makwarela. As you know, that he allegedly did not disclose his insolvency status, and on top of that, once it was exposed, he allegedly also submitted a fraudulent rehabilitation certificate, saying that he was a rehabilitated insolvent. That's where this particular case actually emanates from. So that particular matter, definitely there isn't a lot of progress, as there has been some applications within this particular matter itself. Aldrin?